downtown Detroit and welcome inside Ford Field. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, because we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Just as we do every Thanksgiving Day, the kick is off, and here we go from Detroit. Jacob Saylors now to return it. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First down on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain
big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Lions.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Running it with David Montgomery. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. With Hobbs in on that stop.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
That's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Packers loading up the secondary on 3rd. 6 DBs out there. On the draw, this is Gibbs. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 3rd down.
A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting 3rd down for him here. 3rd and long for him here. It's in or no, they dropped another one. It's dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock.
Incomplete.
It does force a 4th down.
Quay Walker on the
I'm
coverage.
flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively,
Jack
that was
Fox
a week of practice
in
and planning
formation
visualized
for the
and
Lions.
executed in real time.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35.
A gain of 15 yards.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Now Love on the play fake. Lofts it deep right side. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And a Packer first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun give now to Jacob. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. We'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Love out of the shotgun. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Christian Watson.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Stick it in the air. Love. Going deep behind the line. No turnover. They keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This one from even 40 yards out. McManus sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that bait. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Play fake. It's Love. Cut near the goal line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a
you know I love
20.
those chunk completions. They're so critical.
Packers
those chunk plays,
down.
they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st and goal, they're going option. And he runs it across. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
The Packers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Brandon McManus off for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Sailors now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Lions take over.
Well, on behalf of all of us here at EA Sports, hope that you are having an excellent Thanksgiving day. And today, of course, also our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration across the NFL, where we recognize the impact John had on generations of football fans, from his days as a legendary coach of the Raiders, to his decades as a broadcaster, to his influence on new generations of fans as the namesake of our game. And all of us here proud to remember his impact on the sport. A start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. First down now, ball at the 33. Off play action, Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. A toss play, Montgomery. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, Well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying the sneak here. Goff. They're loaded and ready for that sneak. They stop him at the line.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10
That's
at
more
the
than a must-get
43-yard
for
line.
a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
First down throw from Goff. Finds Isaac to Slaw. Complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Now Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the guys in yellow. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Montgomery now up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, Goff. That's caught by Montgomery. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
A gain of 12
They'll move
yards.
the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Lions
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for them from the 31. Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 26 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions tie this game 7-7. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. Looks away for one. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Over first and 10.
The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10. Love now off the play action. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Second and 3 now. A give to Wilson up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means third down coming up.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, kids, training camp, is that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Love from the gun. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play.
The passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Love with it on first down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Back to the air. Love. We've got a screen to the running back. Fights his way through a tackle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on them.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. To the air with Love. This one's caught. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers break the tie here in the first.
Green Bay.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Lions 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
Kick off for Green Bay.
Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
The Lions take over.
The offense headed out now for Detroit.
At their own
they really have the passing game
line.
clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra safe for Howard. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Throwing is gone. It's on the end route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hand up, running right, Montgomery. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Working Isaac to Slaw's way. So that brings up 4th and long.
Sets up 4th
that
down.
took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Brings it in at the 12. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Big gain downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers Packers grow their early lead to 13. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
21, Lions 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
To kick off for Green Bay.
Sailors now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Lions offense returning to the field.
Line.
They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. First and 10. Off to the air now. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. New set of downs from 37. On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun snap here to go. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. He dodged the tackle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
10 more yards. Complete to Jamison Williams. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Packers' 42-yard line.
Offense are open here. It's second and inches. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the ship.
Tosses it quickly out wide. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Gone. Set the screen to Montgomery. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Out of the shotgun, Carr dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Gotta figure out this third down here. Third and long for him here. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him.
It'll
be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Love now on 1st and 10. He's calling his own number again. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Packers first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On the carry, it's Wilson. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
He's taken
So
down
much to
at
like
the
about that run,
33-yard
Kate,
line.
particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense,
Brings up
I
second
think, feels a
and
little
1.
fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They'll go right back to Wilson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. New set of downs for him from the 31. Man in motion here. Going to the ground again on first. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Love out of the shotgun. Big strike here to Williams. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
It's a gain of 21
that chunk
yards.
worth a nice 21
That's
yards.
another Packers.
And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and
This
10
entire
at the
play,
12-yard line.
depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Quick throw out wide by Love. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. There's Love to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Love's pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect
Coverage
form
by
of it.
Terry
He was
on
all
Arnold.
over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Loves to throw again. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers swell their first quarter by 6. Christian Watson with the touchdown. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
28, Lions 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Sailors now on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions get ready to return to the field.
25-yard line.
And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
To Sam Laporta.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Montgomery gets it from the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Goff. Finds the in route complete. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. On 4th down, Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 17
big play
yards.
nets him 17 yards.
And the Packers.
And it'll give the Packers the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. An injured player out there after the snap, and the medical staff quickly out to him. And that is Geno Smith that they're headed for. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield strike. Taken down by the first-time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. This, our last play of the quarter. Throwing his love on third. He's hauled down there for the sip of the final play of quarter number 1. We're one quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. The Packers on top early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It gives Montgomery to start the drive. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree cake that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try to run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw from Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Goff to the air now. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Got to keep this one and go. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run the draw with Montgomery. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Goff. Dump off, caught by his back. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely
Personal
against
foul,
the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on him.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That one connects. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Lions get it back to a 14-point game.
Packers 28, Lions 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brooks now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Packers take
now
over.
Here comes the Green Bay
10
offense.
At their
They
own
didn't add to their lead
27-yard
last time
line.
out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He brushed him off with ease. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Love with it on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gives to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. A give to Wilson, running left. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down.
Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Tight end going in motion here. Love from the gun. And the Lions are there to bring him down. After the 2nd straight play block, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
A loss of 7 yards.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Here he goes, 3rd and long. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Daniel Whelan
on the
in punt
punt
formation for the Packers.
He's hoping for a well-placed strike. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. We get in on the ground here with Montgomery. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. A tough play, Montgomery. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
They got out ahead of that one. A good thing, too. That effort, just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented the big play. And instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start. Offense.
A costly false start penalty as third down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. So after the false start penalty, they're left with 3rd and 8. Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. Second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Check. Lucky.
Throwing is gone. Finds Montgomery on the drop down. And the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him around to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard. And the
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Montgomery now up the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. We've set it down from 37. On first down, it's Goff. That's caught by Montgomery. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Running on second with Montgomery. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. He's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Packers take over first
Following
and
the kick
10
return, we've got somebody
at
shaken
their
up.
own
So we're going to get a
23-yard
stoppage here
line.
as he's attended to. Packers getting set here. First and 10.
He's coming, double up.
Here's Love. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35.
13 yards
Give him
on the play.
13 on that play.
That's good.
And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down.
And that right there is about the best
A
you can
gain of
hope for
13
against
yards.
double coverage. Good chunky
First
yards, and
down,
more importantly, Brock,
Packers.
you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Completed over the middle. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Tackled by Jack Campbell. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun now for Love. He gets it downfield on target to Walton. He gets this all the way to the 25
It's a
before they
gain
stop
of
it.
35.
They get 35
And
out of
the
that play.
Packers
And it'll give the
first
Packers the
down.
first.
It's a gain of 35. And a Packer first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Oh, the ball's loose. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on the inside of the field.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
Under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Love now off the play action. He brings it in. Tight Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
35, Lions 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
For Green Bay.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the
now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him.
24-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Go! Complete to his running back, Craig Reynolds. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. They run. Here's Reynolds. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time.
At the
no 3rd down required now.
New set of downs from 37. First down, they'll run with Montgomery. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Dumped off to his running back. That's when he sniffed it quickly, shut down the hard line.
Taken down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun. Goff. It's his running back. And this one does not go far. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. From the gun, Gall. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Jack Fox in
on the
punt
punt
formation for the
Lions. They could really use a good one here. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down throw. Here's Love. He's on the quick hitter. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 32. Takes the handoff, now Love. Taken in by Williams outright. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Second down now. They need 7. Wilson on the give, headed left. And no 1st down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Love. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now give left side to Lloyd. That is exactly why you rally to the football. One tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's so frustrating for them. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. We'll air it out on 3rd. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. Play action. Love. Pocket isn't moving up. They're ready to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Love now to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. Has a lane inside the 35. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Brooks. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Backed up just a bit. Here's another 1st and goal. Love from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Still a good bit of work to do here, Brock, as they come up on it, 2nd and goal. Love out of the shotgun. Pass caught by Brooks. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. There's Love to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Intended for
Took his shot at 6 that time.
Incomplete.
And now it's decision time
Brings
on
up
4th and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight.
You get man,
got to find a way to win.
McManus sends it through.
Is good.
And that stretches the lead to 21.
Makes the score. Packers.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
For Green Bay.
Has this at the 6. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
On the return.
The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's short of his first after a mild gain.
David Montgomery.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up second and very manageable.
At the 35-yard line.
To take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They give to Reynolds. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Ford Field on its way. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Motioning the tight end now. On first down, it's gone. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's Reynolds on the carry. And he has this down to the 34. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete left side. It's just long. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards.
13 more
and
yards.
The Lions have a first down.
That's another.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass, into some yards after catch,
line.
And that quarterback will find you again.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled for no gain.
And the defense was all over that throw. It would stop it right at the line. They could
21-yard
smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Gone. Rose comes. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Coming in the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions chops up the lead off before the half. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Bates now for the point after.
The extra point.
The point after splits the upright. The Lions get it back to a 14-point game.
38. Lions 24.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Looks away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard
We'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Love now on 1st and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42.
A gain of
pick up of 17.
yards.
And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First down from the 42. To the air with Love. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. 12 yards on that play and a good call. Nets of the first.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And the power play up the gut over gets him 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
We've set it downs from the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And that one falls Incomplete. Oh, would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up second down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Complete out to the right. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on his 3rd down. Once more, it's Love. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. It is caught at the 20. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Love now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers throw the lead coming out of halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to.
Brendan
Now
McManus
is
to kick
McManus
off
to
for
kick this
Green
away.
Bay.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down and also right at the 39-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Lions.
And those are the
First
completions
down.
they rely on from their passing
1st and
game.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
The call play action would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15.
He's moving.
Goff setting to throw. Drop off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Complete to
That's a
Craig
defense's
Reynolds.
goal, right, Kate? Just get us to
It's a
3rd
gain of
down
2.
so we can have a chance to get
3rd
off the
down
field.
and
That was a good
13.
adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes Reynolds. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him.
Jack
The Lions
Fox
ready
in
for the
punt
punch.
formation for the
And
Lions.
he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He has it at the 13. And he's brought down before the return. He
The
gets
Packers
far.
take over 1st and
Now looks
10.
like we're going to get a stoppage
At their
for an
own
injured
23-yard
Packer. He's in
line.
some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock.
Josh
It has been a
Jacobs,
struggle
the ball
all
carrier.
game as this one's quickly mopped
Brought
up, too.
down right at the line of
Big
scrimmage.
man up front said,
No gain
not
on the
in my
play.
house. Let me
Brings up
tell you,
2nd
Kate,
and 10.
once you're in the grasp
At
of
the
one of those big old
23-yard
fellas on the
line.
D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Love now off the play action. This one to Williams out left side. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll throw. 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. The
Daniel
Packers
Whelan
send out
in
their
punt
punting
formation
unit.
for the Packers.
It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Reynolds. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
On the stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action here with Goff. Gets his tight end on the corner out. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Goff on 1st and 10. Downfield, and Tislalon has it. And after making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Vaki trying this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete for now. It brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Off now, 3rd and long. Complete to Raymond. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to Khalif
You know, I
Raymond.
don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Packers 45.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there. Okay,
27.
2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brooks now on the return. The tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Motion to tight end left. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Taken down right
Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brooks. This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. So now here's 3rd and 5. Love out of the shotgun. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. This brings up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Daniel
They're out now,
Whelan
ready to
in
punt
punt
it.
formation for
And
the
he'll try to hit this one
Packers.
well. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Lions take over first and
Now
10.
after that snap, there's an
at their
injured
own
Lion still out
42-yard
there.
line.
We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Off to the air now. He gets it complete. Dominic Lovett. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Back to the line they come. 2nd down. Goff back to throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the stick.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to manage a couple on that
the
run.
ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Khalif
This is one of those
Raymond.
kind of win-win situations. Both
That's a
sides
gain
feel
of
good.
4.
As an offense, I get a
Brings up
completion. I
3rd
get a win.
and
As a
14.
defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Bates' kick is up and good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Makes the score. Packers
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer. But I'm sure he
30.
sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brooks now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Love on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
15 yards.
That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun and get to Brooks. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
For the Packers.
Their punter making his way out now. And that hit right at the 10 somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. To the right. He's got to slow. Goes through and breaks away. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
For a Lions,
it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. Galloping inside the 40. Nice cut back to the right. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions taking the lead some in the third. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions get it back to within one score. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. That lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Packers take
now
over.
After that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff now Love. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Brooks on the counter. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26
yards.
Hey, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was
gain of 26 yards.
Script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, and head the other way for a big run.
Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. He'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
That's good.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense.
Green Bay.
I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Holden coming in motion right. On 1st down, here comes Brooks. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Keep playing hard. Let's go.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Love from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. From the red zone on first. Catch made. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers lead by 14.
Packers.
That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers lead by 15 now.
52. Lions 37.
Now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Carr finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Looking to throw. Gone. Brought in, I love it. And they get this down to the 28. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. This give is to Vonke. He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Shotgun snap here to go. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Still inches to go on third down. Trying to sneak here. Goff. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Gibbs runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates now for the point after.
The extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions get it back to within 1 score. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on it. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. To the air with Love. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Complete to Dontavian Wicks. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Play action. Love. Fires right away, but incomplete. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down. Deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
He was covered by
The game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout.
Daniel
just
Whelan in
unsuccessful
punt
on that 3rd
formation
down.
for the Packers.
So out now comes the punter. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over.
Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Lovett's the motion man here. He'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, Goff. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's tackled for the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41. Goff setting the throw. Comes with big yards on the right side. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Goff to the air now. Hits him on the out route. This goes out of bounds as we've got a penalty flag in the backfield, Brock. This could be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. They'll run here following the penalty. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. tosses that quickly out wide. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Off to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's Gall. Finds a man right side. And he'll make up a few of the yards that they lost to that flag. Looks like 2nd down and 12 coming up.
On the pickup.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's brought down inside the 10 and the 9. Just one quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Gibbs now from the gun. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Goff. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. He's got it. And he won't make the marker. Can they rally to him in time? That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Turnover
Hey,
on
I am
downs.
all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Out of his end zone. Love. Has it downfield, working the left. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
To Matthew Golden.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Again, it's Brooks. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Love from the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd, it's long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today.
The Lions take over first
and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. And the pack gets home. They drop him. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
A 9-yard loss.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Now gone. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to have this up near the shoulders. It's a little bit short of it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28
yards.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. One of the tight ends in motion left. Goff off the play action. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's out of bounds with that first down in hand. For the moment, though, we've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Handoff here for Gibbs on his own lead. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Offense to the line. 2nd down. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Motion man sent left. Goff now, 3rd and long. Raymond there to grab it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's second down. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Again to Gibbs. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap here to go. Sends this to the end zone. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room.
Incomplete.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender. And even more so, the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. Goff. He connects downfield. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions down by only 2 in the 4th.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The Lions will set up
they're going to
for
throw
the
for it.
2-point conversion.
No connection on the
The
two-point
attempt at the
try.
2-point
It
conversion
fails.
is no good.
Well, they took
That
their
keeps
shot
the
at the
score.
time,
Packers
but they'll need to
52.
manufacture
Lions
another
50.
score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Brooks now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. An injured player out there after the snap, and the medical staff quickly out to him. And that is Geno Smith that they're headed for. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. To the air with Love. Gets it to him on the screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, every once in a while you understand a play that loses a yard or 2. But losing that much on a completion, there is some kind of malfunction with the offense. They'd have been better off abandoning that play. Heck, you might as well punt it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. Looking slant route, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Ooh, puts him in with this one, right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. They'll send out the punting unit.
Formation for the
and he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field.
At their own 27-yard line.
And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Jameer Gibbs.
He's looking for his back, Jameer Gibbs there. And now it's second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's gone. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. First down from the 42. They give it to Bucky. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game,
on the pickup,
you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Again, it's Bucky. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They go play action with Goff. It's his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. We try to monitor where these running backs are.
Second and
chipping,
4.
are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Offensive line. This is second and 4. Goff setting the throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Khalif Raymond.
One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Goff now on third down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all
Personal
about.
foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. Running it after the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Play action here with Goff. Cut near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Rocky trying this straight ahead. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions take a fourth-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
The
Bates
kicker
now
on
for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions jump in front now by 5. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. 1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. First down now, ball at the 33. Lloyd running dead ahead. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's the backup. First throw. Screen to the running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
His pass.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it in his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the 1st. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead.
Green Bay.
From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. So Love brings his Packers to the line. They're going for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll work against the blitz. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Now is McManus to kick this away.
Green Bay.
Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
On the return.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on
10
offense.
At their own
And those legs must be
line.
tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw from Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. There, all the way across midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 23
on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
There's Goff on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They'll send their tight end right. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Complete to the college safety, Sione Vaki. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
7-yard gain.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10 from the 32. Vaki running behind center. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
From the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. red zone now. Completed over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. Nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure it out.
11.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Walking here from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Now it's second and goal from the 1. Now toss it to Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 4-quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
The kicker
now a try to go up by 4,
point.
Put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the upright. The Lions take a 4-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 64, Packers 60.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Packers take over
out now runs the Packer offense.
At their own
they find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now awaits. And the Lions are there to bring him down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on his 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Well, he's taking a shot, going for it all. And we also got a flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. And he still gets some big yards out of this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Willis. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Willis to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Well, right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended